Welcome to GOODWorks WNC. I'm Michael Truffant, and we're coming to you from Travinia Italian Kitchen in Biltmore Parktown Square. This is brought to you by Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. We have with us today Executive Director of the St Gerard House, Caroline Long. Welcome, Caroline.
Thank you, Michael. Thanks for having me.
So, St Gerard House, tell me what services you all provide.
So we are a comprehensive center for families and individuals with autism. And our mission is to help those folks achieve more joy and achieve meaningful outcomes, which can be everything from intensive one-on-one therapy to group settings, group social settings, and to family support. And we have programs for 2-year-olds to adulthood. And it's pretty comprehensive. We're center-based. A lot of autism services historically have gone either home-based or school-based, and so people come to us for all-day programs as well as after-school programs and adult services.
You guys obviously make an impact. What kind of impact do you make in the community?
Hopefully a big one. That's our goal. Both of my children have autism, so I clearly have a vested interest in how this works, and I found that there was not a lot of places that my kids fit in. And the community, and so St. Gerard House, our job is to serve and help these individuals and families, but it's also to create systemic change in the community and to create a community that's a safe place for individuals with autism to feel comfortable and to feel supported, and for other people to know about it and know how much they can gain from having participation with individuals. And so I think us being in a center base has really sort of created a different way of thinking about it. And
why is it so important?
Well, whether or not autism is in your home, it's in my home, so clearly it's important to me, but it's important to you too, because if these guys don't get the help that they need early on, later on, all of us as a community and our tax dollars will have to go towards helping them and giving them lifetime care. Autism is not a disease that kills you, and most caretakers' greatest fear is to not outlive their children with autism. So it's really important in so many ways. And why it matters is because as a community, we're gonna deal with it either way, so why not deal with it in a proactive manner where we're actually giving them a chance to give back to the community and live a meaningful life and have success.
Is autism increasing, and why?
It is increasing, and I get this question a lot because some people think that it's increasing because we're better at diagnosing, and so we're really not seeing more of it, we're just diagnosing more of it. But the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual has been the same. It changed in 2013, but for 16 years before that, the diagnosis and definition of autism was exactly the same, and the rates grew 10 to 17% annually. So you're seeing a huge increase in a curve of autism being diagnosed, and those kids need help all through school, intensive help, and then those kids turn into adults, and about 50,000 individuals graduate from high school every year somewhere on the autism spectrum, and there's really nothing for them out there. They call that the services cliff. And so they're sort of covered through school, they're out of school, and then they just go down to nothing. The workforce isn't ready for them, the parent care isn't ready for them, residential living, nobody's prepared for the amount of increase. For instance, we have a young lady in our adult services program. She started in our garden, and now she's doing a culinary program. Well, she just got her first job in a restaurant in town, and she's just beside herself. I mean, she works Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays in a restaurant, and she's doing a great job, and she never really would have had that path or that care had she not gone through the services.
Huge impact. How are you all evolving? This need is growing. How are you all evolving to meet that?
So like I said, the service needs are continuing to just explode. And we're doing the best we can to collaborate with organizations. We just had to purchase the building across the street from us to have a home base for our adult services, and we have a teaching kitchen in that space, and so the culinary program and the garden program has classroom time in that space, and then we have a day program for individuals ages 8 to 16, and we didn't have a space for them before. So we really have just answered calls of the need of people that are calling and saying, you know, there's nothing for my child graduated from high school, there's nothing for my 10-year-old who did okay until a certain point in school, but now he's getting kicked out of school all the time. So we are growing. We can't help everybody with autism. We try to collaborate with other schools and organizations to do training. Everything that we do, the backbone of all of our services is rooted in the science of applied behavior analysis therapy. So there's structure and purpose behind our approach to everything that we do. And the training, parent training and other organization training that we can provide will help them do a better job, which they can help more people with autism too.
How are you guys funded?
So we're funded. North Carolina is a little bit slow to the take on passing laws for autism services, and they've just passed some laws, so hopefully that can change later, that insurances and Medicaid will start covering the services. But up until now, we've been around for 6 years. We over 60%, close to 2/3 of our funding comes from individuals, and we got one small grant from the Department of Health and Human Services, and the rest is program fees. We don't even begin to cover our costs with program fees. And so that's really the bulk of it. It's individual donations.
People want to plug in, get more. How do they find you and how can they get involved?
So our website is stgerardhouse.org, STGERARD house.org. And you can log in and learn more about what we're doing and sign up for our monthly newsletters. And you can attend, we have an event here at Wild Wing Cafe every Mardi Gras, a Fat Tuesday fun Mardi Gras party. I'm from Louisiana, you're from Louisiana. And volunteer, you know, jump in, roll your sleeves up and dive in and just learn about how great it is to just really get to know these individuals and see the small gains they make and what a huge opportunity it is for us to feel good about.
How incredible. Thanks for sharing it and the good work that you guys are doing at the St. Gerard House. Again, thank you all, and we want to thank our sponsors, Travinia Italian Kitchen and Big Frog T-shirt, custom T-shirts and more. I'm Michael Trufant. This is brought to you by Crunch Media.